back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures. It is day 21 of Bookmas, and we are doing the end of the year book tag. And the creator is Ariel, Bissett. I think I said that right? I could have said it wrong. I'll just link down the name in the description box. There are 6 questions in total, and let's get started. So the first one is, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? The Invisible Life of Addie. I started it, I think, around December 5th, and I've been trying to prioritize my Merry Bookmas TBR, and I thought, oh, I could read this in between vlogs or videos. I haven't had a chance. The text is really small, and so I did get the Kindle version to read, but I just haven't picked it up. I do like where I am. I'm on page 25, and I find it fascinating. It's just haven't picked it back up. And the second one is, do you have any autumnal books to transition into the end of the year? Not really. I had to look up what the word autumnal is, and it says like the end of the year of autumn. I haven't really thought of it. Mostly I'm just kind of reading whatever I want or whatever I can at this point, and I don't have a book to transition into the end of the year. I'm just reading what I want. Sorry. 3, is there any release you're still waiting for? Okay, it's out, but I don't have it. It is the sequel to The Marionettes. On the top of my head, I don't know what it's called. I do know the author is Katie Wismer, and that was one of my favorite romances I read this year. That, and it's kind of like dark academia a bit, so it was really great, and I really enjoyed it, so I wanted the sequel released on the 7th, and I just haven't got it yet. What are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Well, I want to read, because I don't know when, if you have watched my vlogs, I have finished the Shadow and Bone trilogy. I think that's what it's called. I'm going into the Six of Crows duology, plus I want to read the Vanishing Stare. And I want to at least finish these 2. They'll prioritize. I want to read all 3, but I want to prioritize these 2 because of I don't know when the Netflix original is. The 2nd season's going to drop, and I know there's going to be spoils for Crooked Kingdom. And after I read these 2, I am going to rewatch the 1st season. I don't remember much of it. I do remember strong points, but I do know they changed a lot for the Six of Crows part to be included, so I probably am going to have been spoiled, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll just deal with it. But I really would like to finish off those 3 for the end of the year. That was 4, right? 5, is there a book that you could still shock you and become your favorite of the year? It's kind of already happened at this point, but it could change. So if you have watched my vlog, the 24-hour vlog, I read The Inheritance Games. And I've told you this in at least a couple of videos. I read Truly Devious this year, and it surprised me. It was in the book, like 3 books that surprised me this year. I've never been a big fan of mysteries, and if it wasn't for a readathon, I would have never picked up Truly Devious. And I gave that 5-star, and that was like my most surprising. I wouldn't say it was my favorite of the year, but it was my most surprising. Well, for the Merry Bookmas read along, the prompt is for games or competition, and I think all the hosts recommended the Inheritance Games for that. So I read that, and I loved it so much that in the 24-hour, I only updated you twice. When I started it and when I finished it, and I loved it. It was absolutely amazing, and it blew my mind away. We still do have a couple books that could be my favorite of the year, but I don't know. That was a real strong contender, because normally I'm not into mystery, but that was absolutely excellent, and I don't know, maybe there could be another one, and if there is, I would be really surprised if that one became my favorite book of the year, but I would have to say The Inheritance Games has already done that. So 6, have you already started making plans for next year? yes, unfortunately, yes. I have my whole TBR planned for January, and I don't know how much I'm gonna finish, but they're still like, oh yeah, you could do it, you could finish this. And I'm like, how many books could I read? Because of what I've decided my Goodreads goal is gonna be. I'm really surprised with what I've decided, and I'm gonna be reading a lot of manga and start some new manga series. I think I have the last 4, and I planned on finishing them in January, because the next video you see after this is me talking about manga, and I have kind of succeeded the point of that video. I was able to get a couple releases of manga that I was supposed to get in January from the library, so I read all of them. So I will be finishing Naruto in January, and there's 2 spin-off series. There is one where the adults kind of each, like Kakashi has a story, Itachi, a couple others, and that's just before, I think, Boruto, like years after Naruto ended. I don't know for sure because I haven't read them. I wasn't going to read them until after I finished Naruto, because Kakashi's is after Naruto ends, or at least a part of when Naruto ends. I want to read Boruto as well, but I don't plan on reading Boruto until at least there's more volumes out, which you'll see in tomorrow's video. But I have succeeded some of the points of the series. There's some new manga series I want to start, and I was able to get a couple of the volumes, so that will be read in January. I'll do an announcement video for January, but I am planning on reading the Cosmere verse from Brandon Sanderson, and I'm gonna announce what order I want to read. I don't know, so I have those plans. There are some read-alongs I'm doing of a series. I am gonna do on the top of my head, I can't think of the creator, but the the Green Bone Saga is for the first 3 books of the year. There's a read-along for that, and I plan on reading those books. So I do have Jade City from the library checked out, so that is one of my reading plans. Yeah, I have a lot of reading plans, and I'll probably set it in a couple. I want to finish off the Sarah J. Maas series that I'm in the middle of the reread of A Court of Thorns and Roses series, and I'm in the Throne of Glass series as well. It's why I didn't start Crescent City, because I was in between both of them. And I'm not going to start Crescent City until I have the sequel too, so that way I can read back to back. But before that, I want to finish the series I'm in the middle of Sarah J. Maas. That way I'm not putting more pressure, because those books get huge. It's a huge series. At the point where I am, each book is about 500 to 600 to longer, so very huge pages. So I'm just gonna take it as we go. But I have more plans and more reading plans, so we'll see. There are readathons throughout the year that I plan on doing, reading along with. And I don't know my TBR, I don't know the prompts for any of those, so it would be very interesting to see how that affects my TBR, the reading. It will be interesting, but that is it for the end of the year book tag. I wish I could have filmed it earlier, but a lot of videos were pre-filmed, or I would have had it in the earlier slot. But the 21st is not that bad. I mean, we still have a week before the end of the year, and I still have reading time. But next year, if there is another end of the year book tag, I would hopefully maybe get that in earlier for Bookmas if I do it again. It's been really a lot. I'm so glad Bookmas is almost over, because I'm going to take a break. Well, I'm going to do a reading vlog for the last week of January or December, but I'm not filming anything else. I might pre-film, like I said, a couple videos for January and another video, but no, I'm taking a hiatus after that. But it has been great talking to you guys about the end of the year book tag, and if you have done this video, link it down below so I can definitely watch, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.